My daughter's Peugeot 207cc. It's failed MOT. It's got 74,000 miles, just over. It's got, as we can see here, repair immediately. Exhaust lambda reading after second fast idle outside specific limits. And also exhaust has a major leak of exhaust gases, rear joint at rear box at weld. Now, my sound very dramatic. If we look at the readings, we got CO 0.07, pass is 0.3. So we can see there that is big difference and it's well within the limit. Hydrocarbons 73 parts per either minute, and pass will be 200. It's a maximum. So it's 73. So it's still really well within the limit. A lambda reading is 1.057. You got minimum and maximum. I'll explain that why the two readings there. So maximum reading is 1.03 and this is 1.057. So it's slightly over. Now the lambda reading, it measures the amount of oxygen in exhaust gas. Now if you look at the reading here, the higher reading is, it's got more oxygen. So her reading is 1.057, which is above normal. It means it's got more oxygen than what is allowed. Now someone would say, well, if it's more oxygen, it's less other stuff as CO and hydrocarbons. Yeah, it's fine. But what that means is that engine sensors are reading maybe wrong as well, because there's an induction of extra oxygen or extra air within the exhaust system that is actually reading wrong. If it goes below 0.970 or 0.97, that means you have more other fumes, less oxygen in, and that would be actually the worst of two bads, because that would mean that there is some other issue with the engine, maybe injectors, maybe engine management. It might be a catalyst that is blocked up or something. So it would mean expensive repairs usually. But having too much oxygen, especially combined with this section here, which says exhaust has major leak of exhaust gases at the rear and rear joint and rear box at weld, which means where they actually measure for fumes, just before that, because of the holes, as the exhaust gas is on higher revs, passing the exhaust, passing that hole, they can actually induce more air in, more fresh air into the exhaust system, and the testing equipment can sense that extra air, extra oxygen, as wrong lambda reading. So let's have a look. This is what they said on rear joint. Let me try to put flash on. Apparently there is a hole. Yeah, you can see it's all black there. Yeah, there's a hole on the top there, it looks like. Exhaust is all blackened up. And on this joint here as well, you can see it's blowing here, which means it can blow, but it can also induce air, fresh air back in and give readings of higher lambda. Now the rest of the exhaust, it's been replaced. I think it was, we bought a car last year, a year and a half ago. Just before that, it's been replaced by previous owner, and it's fairly good. and obviously they probably failed with this joint here. For some reason they failed to achieve good joint, and they should have really replaced the back box as well. It's not very expensive, but hey ho, everyone does just as much as they have to. So in short lines is, if you see that exhaust has blowing on it, you know, exhaust has a hole, that in theory can give extra higher readings on lambda. So don't be too worried about it. All we need to do is sort the exhaust out, and hopefully on retest will be better readings. Then reading further, monitor repair if necessary, advisories. Tire slightly damaged off-side, tire slightly damaged again out of all, near side, off in front, and tire worn close to limit, near side front, tire slightly damaged, cracking, near side rear. So we got 3 tires that are bad, so we'll address that. We'll get that to tire shop and get all 4 changed. Now brake pads wearing thin, both front inner pads and near side front outer, so we'll change pads. And brake disc worn, pitted or scored but not seriously weakened, front both front lipped, so I'll address that as well. Oil leak but not excessive, we'll have a look at that. I think that's from the sump, but I'll have a look on that as well. So all in all, it is fail. It's got loads of bad things on it, but it's not actually that bad, because the first line can be caused by second line, which is quite cheap repair. These 4 lines here are tires, so we'll get tires sorted. Yeah, cost money, but it's easily sorted. And change the brake pads and sort out the front discs. Job done. Bit of online shopping, and we got the back box, and we got brake pads, all delivered today. So let's get tools out and let's get on it. I already put it up on a little ramp, so let's get dirty.